Tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top, over here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And that's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. The games just for fun, we'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Welcome to VP4TV. You're watching a Tactical Genius production. Please welcome your commentary team for this match, 9ball.com and Super Admin aka Steve Chaplin, CEO and President of Celeris, Inc.
Good evening.
Good luck to both players and have a good one.
Good evening, good afternoon to Steve. Welcome back to VP4TV. I believe that, what's his name? Hairpig said he was going to join us. He may or may not, but he was asking, so he might pop in. We've got the one lost side match tonight. Race to 15 starting in about 3 minutes, well, maybe about 3-4 minutes time, between Coldest Pillow representing Wales, or Cymru as the Welsh call it, and Spectredawn representing United Kingdom. So we're in for a fight tonight. There's a big fight in both sides of the world, according to the news, about to kick off, but we'll leave that for the time being. So Coldest Pillow, he'll stick with his brake, I would assume, the soft brake with the house cue. But I don't think that's going to be the important part of this match, because, as Steve has said, both of these players have their positives and their negatives, and it depends what battle it's going to be. Is it just going to be purely a shootout battle, or is there going to be a bit of tactics involved? That remains to be seen. Steve will give his opinion.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a shootout. I don't see these guys, trying to play safe very much. It's just not in their nature, and they don't do it very well. I see Spectredawn being the favorite here, but doesn't mean Coldest Pillow can't win. He's going to have to play well. I think the break is going to be very important, because in these offensive kind of things where guys are just trying to run a lot of racks, the break becomes super important. So we'll see. I mean, obviously Spectredawn's coming off a match where he crushed Cobra, which is not really done too often. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of game he shows up with.
Well, I think there's more pressure on Spectre. I mean, I think all the pressure's on Spectredawn. I don't think Coldest Pillow's got anything to be fretting about, simply because this is the first time Coldest Pillow's been in one of these events to this extent. And he's a bit of a dark horse. He's got to this stage, albeit in the one lost side, and he's got a chance of spoiling Spectredawn's chances once again in one of these events.
You really think Coldest Pillow feels pressure?
No, I don't think he does. I think even less so tonight, to be honest with you. I think all the pressure's on Spectredawn. He's the one that has to deliver, and up until now, he's not done it. You can't just... I mean, because he's beaten Cobra, that's all very well. The problem is he might have to beat Cobra again if he is going to go all the way, and that's a horrible prospect, as well as the fact that we've got Albinario, we've got Matt, you've got these guys all lined up here to scout one another, and Spectredawn's the one that's got to deliver and live up to the prospects that he's proved that he has in terms of, the way that he pots and the way that he can clear tables. He's got to do it when it matters. Friday night 9ball's fine, but when it comes to the big tournaments, that's where the cream floats to the top, and he's yet to do it. Is this room up yet? Yes, it is. Let's get in.
Yes, yeah.
So we'll have the lag for the break. And it is, of course, just a race to 15. So either one wants a good start here.
Yeah, I don't think
Welcome,
this match
everybody.
is going to last that long. I think it's going to be a pretty quick match to pace both these guys play.
I think that depends on whether there are streaks of them breaking and running out.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'll be right enough. My bad. I forgot Cobra's out. Welcome to here, Pig.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we don't see a lot of runouts tonight.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Both these guys do it very well. And
But streak-wise, it could be 15 runouts or it could be 29 runouts, you know?
yeah, I think if they play well, they'll each have between 6 and 8 runouts. I think Spectre had 7 the other day.
I think that one ball went into the side again, didn't it? I think it did,
Yeah,
pretty much so.
It did, and now he's got the ultimate dilemma. He's got to push out. So let's see what he decides to do here.
You can't leave a cut shot on the 2. Spectredawn's too good at him.
He's left him an edge, and this will still cut, I think.
This isn't a bad push out. This is tight.
I don't think he can make it. I think he can thin it, maybe come behind the 7 or with a little spin over toward the 9 to maybe use the 8 and 6 as blockers.
The question is, can you get enough of the 2 where it's...
Well, do you not want to overcut this thing and send it to the short rail?
Well, I mean,
you're not going to move it that far.
The problem's going to be what speed, because what speed the cue ball's going. I'm not sure how much of it he can get.
He can only get it razor thin.
You can kick it this ball. It's not a bad play to kick it towards the 7. I wouldn't hit it easy if I did that because there's not a lot of cover.
I'd play the razor edge on the 2, trying to bring the cue ball to the 9.
Well, he's overcut it.
Yeah, I don't know why he hit it that hard.
Well, I think he probably didn't want to leave it in front of the pocket. That was the tricky part about that shot. Is that
I think that's decent. It's decent enough, but it is off the rail. I think that'll induce Spectredawn into having a go at this.
Yeah, I think he'll shoot. I mean, these guys are not going to play a lot of safeties.
He's got some pretty small gaps to use up table at the far end of the table to try to stay on the 4. Because if he crashes into a ball, it could go wrong.
But that's the advantage of having distance. I keep saying it. Get length in the cue ball. And Spectredawn felt forced into having a go, and he fell into the trap.
So I think that Spectredawn has a little bit of an advantage on tables like this in that he's a little more precise with the cue ball. Coldest Pillow's a little more of an area thinker or player, but you can see him thinking about where he needs to get here. I don't think getting on the 5's that difficult. You just got to make a plan for how you're going to get a shot on the 6.
Welcome to Matt. Matt calls it 15-13 to Spec. And I'll be 15-11 to Spectredawn. So Coldest Pillow's not got many backers at the moment.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see what he decides to do here.
Well,
and that was kind of the odds-on thing. What had to happen is that
unless the 9 goes in,
he needed to he needed to try to turn that cue ball with a lot of left English to keep it from doing that. And I'm not sure he could have even doing that.
Or he needed that 9 to finish dropping.
Now, I was just about to say there, why didn't he maybe try hitting that 6 ball to the short rail and bumping in off the back of the 7? I think that was maybe, it was a 50-50 bet that it would have went anyway, I think. Probably long odds either way. But anyway, it's an easy first rack for Spectredawn.
No, he should definitely play the combo here.
Well, I don't know why there's no thought involved here. You just play it.
Well, he was looking around a lot. I'm not sure why.
He was just trying to make sure he aimed it right. I don't think he was considering any other options.
Couple of balls. One. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I think the one still goes. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes.
He's good, and he's got a good angle where it's pretty hard to get straight on the 2, which you don't want to be. If you did, you could always come down and shoot the 3 in the side.
Yeah, he wants plenty of angle on the 2 if he can get it.
And, this, compared to when he was playing Cobra, this is a bad wreck. And I say that just because this one's just not super easy. Gimme, 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 which he seemed to get an awful lot. I mean, his break was really fantastic against Cobra.
That's just got there. Thought it was short. Yeah, he was getting plenty of just automatic layouts against Cobra, but he doesn't need them to be automatic. He'll run this out, a plenty high percentage of the time.
Well, it certainly wasn't a table that was going to be challenging for him.
Well, where's this going to go wrong?
It really shouldn't.
Why
is he looking at the 8 ball? Oh, that's the 4 ball. My eyes are that bloody bad. It looked like the 8 ball. Well, if Spectredawn's going to hit the ground running with his break early on here, it could be the beginnings of a bad start for Coldest Pillow.
Well, this is going to be a match where you got to punish your opponent when they make mistakes. Spectre's going to do it, so Coldest Pillow's got to do the same thing when he gets a chance.
Absolutely. So far, we've had one mistake, and it leads to a 2-0 scoreline.
Yeah, so far. I mean, who knows how many he's going to run.
Well, just to be a bit pedantic, is that not 2 mistakes?
I think it was 1.
Spectredawn made 1. He missed a cut in the 2.
Fair enough.
And he's good to go here.
Yeah, and
he is
this
very
is more
good to
like
go.
What we were seeing playing Cobras. This is a pretty easy rack. This is kind of rack you want every time.
Doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball here.
Well, in this situation, I think I've said this many a time, you've just got to be patient. But more important, of course, it then adds the pressure on Coldest Pillow as and when he does get a chance next time that he does see it through. Because he doesn't want to be contributing to his downfall. And that's what adds to the pressure. He has to get everything he can see. Within reason, that is.
After the break, he didn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Now that he's on this side of the 6, he's got to do one thing with the cue ball. And he's done it. Up to 2 things. He's got to draw this.
Oh, here's a question for you, Steve. The Virtual Pool 3, what is it, anti-copy software that's in it. Is there any way of changing that? And is that not one reason that that could prevent VP3 forever working in Windows 11?
I could make VP3 work on Windows 11. I just got to do a new release. And I may do it.
Because I
may do a low price version of it or something.
Yeah, because I was looking at a lot of people. I googled VP3 working in Windows 11. There are loads of people. One guy said, "I just bought VP3 off the Solaris website, and he can't get it working." And then there's other guys talking about having to do an illegal crack for it to try and get it working, and that doesn't even work according to somebody else. And I thought to myself, and a lot of them were saying that, what is it you call it again? What's the secure thing again in it again that used to be in a lot of CD-ROMs years ago? Safe disk or something, whatever the hell it's called.
So let me stop you right there. Whoever is telling you they just bought it, it's not true because I don't sell it anymore.
No, he said that he'd bought it. I don't know how old the post was. I mean, I didn't read that into that much detail, but he said he couldn't get it working. And but I haven't seen anybody who said, "Oh, I've got it working fine." I know Simon got it working in Windows 10 because I couldn't even get it working in Windows 10.
Yeah, it was difficult in 10 and probably impossible in 11. Okay, well, he tried to play safe, and that was a reasonable attempt, but
he's going to be in trouble here. He's got to get this right because he doesn't want to get too much of the 1 and catch the 7 and leave it on.
We'll see.
Trying to sneak in the back door here.
We'll see if he tries this. I mean, this is definitely doable, and it is very touchy as far as the angle you hit the 1.
Be easy for a cowboy player.
Don't forget, Defty, VP3, you could, well, this is a few years ago now, when GameSpy died, you could play VP3 online on that gaming website. I can't remember what it's called, but I had it working through there. A lot of old games work through. I wish I could remember the name of the website. One of you guys will know who I'm talking about or what website it was. But you used to be able to play it online via that website.
That wasn't a bad play. The safety was very difficult.
Well, I thought he could have sneaked in behind the 7 and 9 there. I couldn't see what was so difficult about it.
It could have. Just the angle off of the 1, it's tricky because you got to spin it with right English. You got to get the angle just right.
I don't think he had to spin it.
Well, you didn't
I just think it was how much how much the 1 ball he took.
I think anybody playing that shot would spin it because it just gives you a little bit more room for error as far as the line.
Well, I
don't agree.
I think the 7's too close to the 9 to play the billiard, or can you? I don't know whether you can get.
No, you can't.
No, yeah, I don't think the billiard.
It would have to be. It would have to be one of those.
Well, he's going to have to get crazy then and start bumping stuff and taking a risk here that he comes up smelling the roses.
I'm not saying you can't make the 9, but it would have to be hit the 7, bump the 9, then hit the 9 with the cue ball. Because it doesn't billiard clean.
I don't know what his plan is for when he's going to try to get the 7 here.
It might be. I don't know whether he's going to do something daft right now. No.
He's going to try to go into it off the 6.
Well, I suppose the worst outcome is here he could probably put Spectredawn in a wee bit of trouble, but I don't know whether he's going to have a run at this. He's bound to with the angle he's got.
It's a big ball, but it's difficult. It's difficult on those shots to get the line right.
Well, he's in
he would have
trouble
been
now.
better being thinner on the 6. Well, this is there's a little kick safe here. You get him on the 8 ball, but it's you get it or you sell out.
It's rough. The 7's going to go to the bottom rail, so maybe he could. I don't know what.
He needs to get enough of it to. I think the best bet would be to get it to the bottom rail and send it over to the long rail and try and just hope he doesn't get a leave a bank on. I don't know whether he can get enough of it to do that.
Yeah, this is. He needs to use the 8 ball. There's a couple ways to do it. This is just a bad situation because if he doesn't get him hooked, he's going to lose.
That won't do it.
And he didn't get the hook. I mean, even if he got the hook with how they're sitting, if they were sitting like this, it wouldn't be any good.
Yeah, I don't think he knew that they were going to line up like that. He was. Yeah, automatic kick combo wouldn't have been any better.
Yeah, that's why the shot I would have played would have been a kick off the rail.
Yeah.
6 on the side, 5 in the bottom left.
Yeah, then
one
at least
ball in
you
play.
separate the 7 and 9. I think that's good thinking.
Well, looking the bright side, Coldest Pillow, at least you're not 8-0 down at the moment.
Yeah, I don't agree with using the 6 to try to break out that cluster. I thought he could have done it off the, maybe it was the 3 to keep a shot on the 4.
Well, it's never a great idea to use the ball before the one you got to shoot to break out. That's always relying on a lot of luck unless you're in a very controllable situation, which that wasn't.
Yeah, and especially when the previous ball is all the way at the far end of the table.
Hang on a minute.
Like that.
Hang on a minute. He's got half a pocket here. If it's the corner past the 4.
Oh, that is tight. I think he'll play it in the side.
Yeah, he's not going to play safe. He's going to shoot it.
Yeah, to shoot in the side, I think, is the easier path. Come twice up and down or all the way up and down the table for the 3 in the same side.
And it goes in off the knuckle. That's all that matters.
Yep. Now he can just pop out clear of the 7, play the 7 in the side. Shouldn't have any trouble.
Good speed. He seems to be thinking a little bit more than I've seen him, which is probably a good thing. Well, so far from what we've seen, it's not looking good for Coldest Pillow. He's going to have to get himself reoriented here. It's time for a reboot.
Well, there's no time, of course, he's had any control of the table, really. He needs to get that, first of all.
He had control of the table last game, and he, strategy-wise, didn't handle it well. But I think that's one of the advantages that Spectre has, is I think he plays a little better strategy, as far as how to run tables that aren't simple.
And also the break has really been going in his favor. Obviously, Coldest Pillow hasn't had any of them, but Spectre has had 3 breaks where he made a ball, and they were all very runnable tables, and 1 break where he didn't make a ball, and everything was tied up, and Coldest couldn't see the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that good, didn't take any chances with the side pocket.
Five zip.
See if the break luck continues.
5 ball.
Another
Yeah,
wet
this
break.
table's a little bit more challenging, but not anything he can't handle.
It's going to be the longer cut in the 2, I would imagine. I don't think he'll do a great deal with the cue ball here.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do anything except shoot the cut on the 2. And this is really pretty straightforward from here. I mean,
yeah, the 3 goes in all the pockets. So
I mean, do you go down the table and back up the table, or do you just play the 3 past the 9? I mean, do you have to go back up the table?
In real life, for sure, you go up and down, but even on VP, might be a little tough to stop the cue ball.
Yeah,
he's just coming down below.
Same pocket there.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he did that, because this is, this is going to be a little tricky. He needs to try to sneak the cue ball behind it.
Behind that 9.
Yeah, and if you hit the back side of it, you're good. The back side will actually help you go down, straighter towards the 4. But, this has to be hit correctly. This is not any kind of gimme position. He's going to have to put a little right English on it.
Yeah, it went clean.
And he went clean. Wow. Well, that was really nice.
Well, he cheated that pocket a little in order to get through that
took a
gap.
bit. Yeah, he did. He did that into the far side, far corner, or the bottom, the short rail jaw, if you know what I mean. And that affected the line. Well, this is looking all too comfortable here for Spectredawn at the moment. Where's the cue ball going, though?
That's not going to be comfortable.
Well, commentators, cuss, folks. There it is. Right off the bat.
Well,
you can never doubt me.
That was kind of a silly mistake because he had a lot of room.
Yeah. I mean, that's the crazy thing about 9-ball. If ever you take anything for granted in any game, you're asking for trouble. You definitely are. I mean, there's a gift and a half to get off and running.
That all comes down to getting the cue ball rolling on the wrong line.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know. Was that the house cue? I never even got a chance to have a look at it. Where's the cue ball?
Yep.
Where's the cue ball going?
He's probably going to have to roll through on this. Well, I guess not. Wow. Good shot.
He does not allow himself to overthink anything and seize up under the pressure.
Watch the 7-ball. Watch the 7-ball. Watch the 7-ball. Oh no, tell her he's on the 4. My bad.
I'm thinking,
why are you thinking about the 7? I was thinking
because
I'm thinking he's playing for the 5, and I'm totally ignoring there's a 4-ball on the table.
Now you can say it.
Now I'm worried about the 7.
Say it. You knew it was coming.
Oh, he's a bit straight. I think he's okay. They can just kill this and leave the cut. No, he's running out.
He didn't want to leave the cut.
He's got no fear. He just that was pretty close to the titty. I think it's a titty, and he may not be good. You know,
I mean, there's no reason for him to fear missing the balls because he never does.
There's some advantages to playing this kind of style.
Now the only thing about that shot there is he didn't check that with right English to better the line slightly. But anyway, he's played it sweet.
Yeah, you don't want to leave yourself this shot all the time. Not that I expected to miss it, but it's just once in a while.
Well, that mistake from Spectre's cost him 2. Ball on the side again. 1 ball into the right side this time.
A shot there, does he?
Can he make it?
Nope. He cannot make that.
This is maybe a time when you could hop the edge with the house cue or with the playing cue.
Yeah, I don't think Coldest Pillow's into that, though.
Well,
he hasn't been doing anything like that during the tournament.
The distance the 4 is and the fact that
I wouldn't be pushing there, though. I wouldn't be doing this. No. I think the best thing to do is to leave him an edge in the 2 down here in the bottom rail.
Well, even that's tough. I mean, where things are sitting. But pushing it close to the 7 would be not terrible, but not great.
He can see the edge. I think maybe he should play a safe here instead of a push out.
Yeah, but can he play that? Is he brave enough to play that thin enough with right English, go at the short rail and try and sneak in behind the 6 and 8?
Now, see, this is the edge that I wouldn't leave.
No, that's the edge I wouldn't leave because that's asking for trouble. And Andy's left a pot on.
Yeah, he could just play this ball. Wait, Spec instantly passed it back. I don't understand.
He's giving it back. I never even noticed. Yeah, you're right. He's giving it back to him. Well, that's called his bluff.
The biggest problem with this is its biggest attribute. You're going to run into the 6 ball. If you put a lot of English on it, maybe you can clip the 8. The biggest problem here is getting a position on the 3.
That's right, Albie. Yama needs to teach him that. There you go. There he's got the pot.
Well, but that was a problem. That's why Spec passed it back, because it was difficult. Yeah. Now he can kick at this. I mean, he's going to have to spin the ball some, but he can kick at this ball.
Right, where are you kicking at it from, Steve? Between the 8 and 9? Or?
No,
around
the right side of the 8.
right of the 9 and the right of the 8, and you got to spin the cue ball some to get it to open up. But this is a big ball. This is definitely makeable.
Oh, that's no rail.
Yeah.
little harder than that. Might have insured against that outcome.
The comeback might be stalled for now.
Well, that
Well, I
push out
suppose-
was really to the wrong spot. I mean, you would have been better off leaving the other edge, pushing the cue ball up by the 7.
This 8 ball is not exactly perfectly accessible. He's got to get good on this 8 ball. That's the one that's going to decide the rack.
There's room though.
Yeah, it goes up table too. So, I mean, I don't foresee him having a problem getting a shot. If you play for it up table, you've got it also in the side and the corner, depending on where you run.
You think he might play it from the short side? Because that's the kind of thing that Spectredawn does. I mean, he'll go to that short side and go on it.
That's what I would do if I had this situation. Is I would come to the short side, and one of the reasons why is that you've got 2 other pockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The hard thing to control when you're trying to play position is the speed. So if you run it on a line, or if the speed's a little off, you still get a shot in another pocket.
Well,
this is where the spin's going to work. He's put the right English on it, so he's going for the short side. That looks dead weight to me. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Very good.
And see, if he would have run a little low or a little past it, he had the side pocket. And if he would have gone way past it, he's got up table.
Yeah, he could have just went past the 9, yeah. This is what Spectredawn is good at. You know, getting into that awkward area and landing on it fairly plump. It was the only lifeline there that Coldest Pillow could have possibly had, and it's gone.
Well, I think Spectredawn, the way he plays, is a good model for Coldest Pillow to look at as far as, gee, where can I go with my game? Because, you know, he's basically a similar kind of player, but he's more sophisticated. He's got more subtlety to his game. He's got better patterns. He's got better precision with the cue ball. But this is the kind of player that Coldest Pillow could turn into.
I don't think well, that one does go. It does go.
Well, a bit of context that I think is relevant is that I've talked to them both about it, and Spectredawn has a history of decades ago playing high-level 9-ball, you know, competing in pro events, and Coldest Pillow has never really played real pool.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, he plays
needs
like
to get
somebody
that
that's
angle.
played a lot.
I think he's fine. I think he's okay again. He can squeeze out of there with a stun.
Players can always get better, and kind of looking at what somebody does that's got a similar game is a good thing to do. Coldest Pillow is not going to suddenly become a grinder, so it doesn't do him any good to copy a grinder. He needs to copy a guy like this that is a little bit more of a freewheeler.
The yawning started early tonight, folks. Yeah, the thing about Coldest Pillow as well is the more of these type of events that come around, and the more he gets in them, and in the mix with guys like this, he gets the match experience behind him as well. But then again, it is about looking at ways to improve your game, watching and learning. So Coldest Pillow's break dry.
I think he can make this. I don't know. It's close. He's putting English on it. I think he needed that to throw the ball, and it didn't go. He barely had enough of that one to make it.
Well, he just needs to go out there and see the 2. I don't think he wants to be trying anything too elaborate.
Yeah,
that's good enough.
Good shot. Well, that was well hit.
Well,
so Coldest Pillow's got a chance to get back in this. I mean,
perfect scenario.
He's not going to go away. Nothing really bothers the guy.
That's no good. That's too straight.
No, the only way. The only way Spec's gonna keep him totally quiet is to keep him in the chair.
Coldest Pillow's, pretty much like a classical freewheeler. It doesn't really bother him to get a little out of line. He doesn't really care.
Wow.
Needs to bump.
That was a creative way to get on the 5.
Well, you see guys do that in real life, jack up the queue like that. You don't see it too much in VP.
Well, he used it to great effect there.
Well, this is it. The meat and drink of winning these tournaments is when you have tables like this, you got to get out. It's a broken record, but you can't remain in this tournament if you're not doing stuff like this. Welcome to Rabbit, and welcome anybody else that we've missed. And I'm going to say it once more. If you haven't already hit the like button, please hit the like button. It's not a lot to ask.
I haven't yet. I'm liking.
What's the cue ball?
Yeah, he's good. And this is actually sitting pretty nice right here.
Right, if he bumps a 9, no problem. I don't know whether he
will.
will.
Unless he bumps it and goes behind the 6 and 7.
He shouldn't bump the 9.
Is he going to go? Is he going to go to the railing bottom side of the 9? No, he's went the other way.
Did bump the 9.
And Coldest
got away with it.
He did get away with it.
He's he got a little rub there. No harm done. Welcome to Hazard. I'm the only moan that's like. What the hell's he talking about? Somebody
about how there's one like on the YouTube stream, and it's him.
Is that right?
That's what he said.
Mine says 4.
All right.
That's still bloody ridiculous. We'll get 20 people.
Mine says 7. I think you have to refresh the page to see the.
Because you don't. Yeah, now mine says 7.
I don't see it on my phone because it doesn't. The phone doesn't give you that information. And the other thing I want to do is I want to thank my my new members. I think I've got a couple of new members. VP Monster's one of them, and I apologise because I've completely forgotten who the other guy was. I was looking at that this afternoon. But another couple of members to the channel.
No one in the side this time.
I don't think he can shoot this. I think now this.
No, he can't.
This is where he's had trouble this whole match. Is when he's had to push. So the one nice thing he's got going for him is the 2 is already tied up. So.
Yep. So when he doesn't get the best of the push, he's still got insurance.
The question is, where is he going to go? I like pushing down behind the 9 ball and leaving a kick. He could kick it now, but I don't think it's as favorable.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a fair chance he's going to get put back in here because I think
he's going to leave him a shot, which
I don't think Spectredawn's interested in this. I think this is coming straight back to him.
The biggest problem with this is he's got some pretty good safety options from here. He can just send a 1-up table and play down behind the 5. He's got the 5, 3, 6.
Is he?
He needs to put the 1 where he can break out the 2, though, because where that 2 is, there's no benefit to making the 1 and getting anywhere on the 2.
Oh. That's why I would even just put him back in. And let Coldest Pillow work out deal with the problem.
No, that's not very well done. So he's going to leave him a perfect opportunity here to move the 2 ball.
Yeah. Welcome to Rabbi. Thank you very much. A new member to the channel.
Well, he did have to. He left it where he break out the 2.
Now, you see, this is exactly the scenario that you don't want. Having to try and get a safety out of this. This is I think you just ride your luck here with this. Just roll it onto it, but you might bump the 7 and leave the pot on.
It's close to being able to make the 7, but it's not good, and that's not a bad shot in that situation. See if he decides to shoot this or play safe. He goes for the safety, and
That's no good.
That's
I think he
okay.
can pot that. He can
Pot
pot that
it
and
in one
drag
of the
in.
pockets.
He can cut it up into the corner and draw behind the 6 or stun across behind the 6 or between the 6 and 3 here.
Why is he drawing this? Is he going to try to get straight across on it?
He's
I
just
guess.
trying
Kill
to
it.
net.
Well,
Yeah, perfect.
good
Beautiful.
shot.
Oh,
Well-
and he's got the angle as well.
And
Well, he
Coldest
won that
Pillow
battle.
actually won that safety battle. But, you know, that shot that he had to hit the 2-7, that's kind of his weakness there. Like Spectre would have hit that.
Wasn't
He would
very
have
good.
got he would have got the line right on that. And Coldest Pillow is just needs to kind of tighten up his position play a little.
I mean, he's not going to miss the 5, but he should have been a lot better on it.
Yeah, but again, you know, he's not going to care that much.
Yep.
He's just going to keep shooting.
He spent 0.7 of a second crying about it, and then went ahead and played.
All of a sudden, it's 6 apiece, folks. Well, am I jumping the gun here too soon?
He's
Yeah,
gonna
He's
jack
just
up
going to
the
draw
draw
straight
again?
across, up
This
above
is
the left side pocket.
This is a little funny.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's
fine.
doing the right thing by drawing it.
Watch the
Okay,
pocket, though. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff's just not going to bother this guy. I mean, that's a superpower. His weaknesses, you know, besides the moving game, his weakness is really he's just not as precise with the cue ball.
Well, now the match can start all over again. One on the right side, so he's changed from breaking from the left to break to the right, and it's still doing the good result when he gets it right.
He's not getting those open layouts that Spectre's been getting, though. I think
Now,
the
does he
4-ball
get
combo,
crazy?
Part of the reason he's not getting as good of layouts is just the speed he's hitting the break.
Is he going to play the bank and play the stun?
The bank's an easy shot.
No, he played the bank.
The thing was the bank was very safe too, because if you hit it at a speed where if you miss it, you got the 9-ball there. I mean,
I thought he had a good cut on it.
Yeah, I thought he would cut that too and just come down and play the bank. So let's see what Spectre does here, because that's kind of a shitty situation.
He's trying to use the 5 and 6 here.
Wow.
And
well, that's still a good shot as far as I'm concerned, because the length is good. That's good enough for me.
It was the right play, and this isn't that easy a safe to play now. I mean, he's got the same kind of shot, and he hit a little thicker, and
it's not bad though.
That's not terrible, but.
Now, this would be a cheeky little shot to try and be cute here and get in behind the 8-ball.
I think he's trying to put the 3 on the 4 here. Well, that's what I would be doing.
Commentator's eye, Steve.
He's trying to do what you thought, and that's a very good shot. He's really...
Yeah, I don't think I would have. If you mishit that, you can sell it out pretty disastrously.
Well, what you don't want to do here is start banging at balls and nudging balls down to the 9 and the 4 and the 7 and breaking stuff out here. You don't want to do something crazy. And this looks good to me. That's pretty good. It's going to be a cut, though.
It is.
Or is it?
No, it's not.
Is it? No, that's excellent. Yeah. I thought he'd left an edge there.
This is an easy kick safe. No,
Welcome to Bill.
He didn't get behind it. He didn't get to get behind that, so the cue ball went over to the long rail behind the 7. Well, I think Coldest Pillow's got a pretty good opportunity here, because I think he can make that combo.
Draw back a little for the combo.
Or maybe,
I don't know whether he's going to go forward or draw back. I just know he can make the combo.
Does he want to mess with that 9-ball trying to draw back? Because if you don't get it right enough, you might end up in trouble. He might just go through. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, if he goes through, he's cutting the 4 to his left, sending the cue ball away from it to play the combo. If he draws
looks as
back
if he's
a little,
doing what you said.
Much fuller.
Well, he's contemplating doing what you said, but
this
I think
is the longest he's ever thought about a shot in his whole life.
Yeah, he's used up an extension.
I mean, that never happens.
Well, he played that perfect. I mean, that was sweet.
It's way better for playing position on the 4 after the combo from this side.
Yeah, he took the harder shot here to get the easier situation.
He needs to get a bump. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Uh-oh.
That's not so perfect. I think he's a bit sort of choky there with that shot. That's going to tighten things up.
Can't believe he didn't go through for the 5 on the side.
He
that
didn't
was a
blink.
trackball shot. He's got the trackball shot.
Yeah.
Flinched.
Yeah, but he didn't hang about. He just got on with it. Oh, the bedhead cut. He's showing off now. Here we go with the bedhead cut and 8-ball.
This isn't that thin.
Not a thin cut.
Well, he's got himself into gear.
Well,
One
this is gonna be
ball into the right
interesting.
side.
We'll see how Spectredawn reacts to this, because this is the challenge. Is the most challenging situation mentally in pool is when you're playing good and it doesn't bother the other guy and he shoots back at you. Now, you know, it's challenging because
you already hit him with your good stuff and it didn't work.
Yeah, and it's this. Some people can struggle at this point.
Welcome to Tam.
And that's not a bad push out, except for the fact that the safety's pretty easy.
There's too much cover.
To do here.
Way too much cover in the middle of the table.
Well, the biggest problem is it's a little tricky going to the right side of the 1 because there's a big corner pocket sitting over there, and but going the other way is pretty good too.
Yeah, there was cover both ways.
Yeah, good shot. So,
Well, we've got another strategy battle here.
Yeah,
this is a tough kick because the 1 railer is taken away.
Whoa, what about the 3-ball combo here, Pig? 1 onto the 9, onto the 4. That'll sort that problem out.
3-ball kick combo. And I'm a little surprised he missed it by that much.
Well, he had to spin it because the natural route wasn't available.
Yeah,
so.
he had to spin it, but I'm still surprised he missed it by that much.
Oh, that's weird. Look at what the hell's happened here. You see the way that went there? He hit the replay button by mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why why don't people listen to me? I keep telling people, put your replay button to your backspace key. That's the first thing I always do whenever I install VP4.
Because the reason why they don't listen to you is because you're all saying on the stream, oh, I can't remember what keys I put this on.
No, I can't remember what keys my shortcuts are on, but that's the first thing you do. In fact, I blame Steve for that. You know why? Because he's used the numpty approach. I know what I'll do. I'll set the replay button to the R key, which is quite handy to where your WSD is, and you'll probably accidentally hit it more than once during your lifetime playing the game. Why don't we put it to some other place where it's well out of the way of accidental hits?
Because R is for replay.
Yeah, I know. That's it. See, I put R is for backspace in my book. Anyway, this is an important visit here for Coldest Pillow. Whatever way you look at it, might look easy enough, but he's going to have a 2-rack lead here. We can see it through.
Well, the 9 had a little bit of daylight from the rail until he bumped into it using his ball in hand position off the 1.
Yeah, I think you might be right there.
He made it harder on himself. This 9,
I think you might be right. This is locked up, this 9. It's locked up.
It needs to get nice and straight, and it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it's going to take moving the cue ball to do it with where the 8 is. Oh, he broke it out. Look at him go. The audacity. It's a snooker player idea that a ball stuck to the rail needs broken out.
And a nice little bump. Perfect.
So, this is a little bit of a turnabout here because he was behind. Now he's ahead. He's putting it to him. And Spectredawn's probably feeling like Cobra about right now.
Right. So, Coldest Pillow is going to take a little bathroom break.
Well, let's see. We are halfway through the match. What? How much time has this been? 45 minutes.
Yeah.
No
been
bar, no
45.
pinball machines, no
So
bowling alleys, just
they're on that
pool,
90-minute
nothing
pace,
else.
which is good.
Yeah.
Good, quick race to 15.
Yeah, you just wish real life was that fast. I mean, real life has just gotten slower. It's ridiculous the pace people are playing now.
Especially like it's one thing in like a pro event with referee racks, but in amateur pool where either rack for your opponent or rack for yourself, like racking takes longer than playing. It's ridiculous.
Right, folks, don't forget, we've got the hot seat match tomorrow evening at 7 p.m, so half an hour earlier. That'll be 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. It's Albinario against Acero, race to 19. I hope you can join us for that one. I will be there, I can guarantee that.
I'm planning on being there.
Right, so we're still waiting on these two guys coming back. Coldest Pillow says ready. Spectredawn's not back yet, but we're back in good time. Anybody know what picture that is that I've got there for the Straight Pool World Championship? I'll show you again. Not Straight Pool, Cowboy, I should say. It's a scene from Brokeback Mountain. All boys together.
Thought that
Right,
was you standing at the side of a lock there. Cute.
Here we go. Coldest Pillow with a 2-rack lead. And no ball on the break. And again, now that's twice he's done it. He did a dry break the last time, left nothing on, and likewise again. And this is what you need to go in your favour as well. And he's getting a roll of the ball here. No comments here.
Well, I was on the phone.
Neither end of the table is really safe for pushing out.
This is a tough push out. You could kick at it right now, but it's not really sitting in a great position to kick.
He's left shot.
That's not very good.
I know where I'm going with this. Yeah.
Spectredawn decides to play safe, and
he's left the gap. And this is going to be trouble as well.
Yeah,
Did I say good evening to Brainful Out? Good evening.
He's going to pay for this because this is about the easiest safe you could ever have.
And he gets it tight.
Yeah, get out of that. I think he can, by the way. I think there's a 2-rail around the corner onto that one ball on the side. Yeah.
Might be a 1-railer past the 6. No.
The biggest problem with that was where he left the 1. Other than that, it was a very good shot.
Yeah, 2 rails around the court. Might be 3 rails. I mean, it's quite a big target, this one ball.
I think
he might get the long rail.
He looks like he's going to hit short of it right now.
Yeah,
now he's adjusting.
I mean, that target, if he goes there, he could even clip the one and knock it in. What the hell's he doing now?
Well, that's what you should be trying to do here.
What's he doing now? Oh, that was never on.
The 3 was in the way.
He tried to go the other way. Well, he was having trouble seeing a 2-railer, and he knew he was having trouble seeing it, so he tried to go the other way, and that was maybe not so good.
I think I would have stuck with the first plan because I still think it was quite a big target to even just get a brush on it one way or another.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really seeing how the ball was going to open up off the end rail. That ball's always going to open up, and oh boy.
Oh dear, look at that. Check the replay's working. It certainly is working. Watch this for a miss.
Yeah, well, this is
not
that
a
thing
very
that
Spectredawn-like miss.
This is that thing you're talking about where Coldest Pillows really come at him after he played good, and that's a mental error there. That's basically he just dogged it.
Well, this is really, really important here that Coldest Pillow does punish him. Where's the 5 ball? Oh dear.
Going to be that was a tricky situation. He needed to run into a ball there.
Or try to spin it above those balls, but that makes the shot even tougher.
Okay, he goes for the slam.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Out pretty good.
He might be getting a roll. Or it might be a 9-ball combo here in 2 seconds. I don't think there'll be much doubt about that.
The combo is available. It's not easy though.
Yeah, having to shoot this shot isn't the greatest thing in the world. I mean, I think he's almost got to shoot it. He's, you know, I wouldn't even worry about being safe.
I was just gonna say, you use the 9 to stop the 3 behind those balls.
Well,
so
Coldest Pillow should have him in trouble again.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy. Just got to decide whether hitting it harder or easier here. He goes for harder.
Oh, that's going to be well. It's not difficult to hit, and now do you get crazy and try and kick this into the corner?
No, you try to suck the cue ball back behind the 6.
I'd try to stick him.
Yeah. A little draw on that shot could have drawn it back behind the 6 after contact.
You know,
he's a firm stun.
Coldest Pillow's coming out on top in a lot of these situations where they're moving back and forth.
Oh, he's decided to leave.
The 6 ball does go by the between the 8 and the 9.
I'm going to have to drop this blue cloth thing because I cannot see that bloody 4 ball. I'm thinking the 4 ball was up with the 6 ball, and that's the 8 ball that's up there.
Or you could always adjust the colors on your monitor, but who would want to do that?
Yeah.
You know, glasses exist. I'm just throwing that out there.
I've got them on.
Oh, well, never mind.
I think it's the color.
How is anybody counting here? How many was Spectredawn in front, and how many is Coldest?
6-2 was it?
It was 6-2. It was also 4-0.
Yeah. Well,
was it?
He's
6-1?
now got a good chunk of daylight here. If he can get this brake working again, his last 2 brakes have been dry but safe.
But he made Spectredawn pay for that mistake. I mean, yeah, did he get a little lucky on the kick? Yeah, but this is not good.
You almost got kicked in.
So I would leave him the cross bank. I'd just shove it up to the corner and leave him the cross bank on the 2 here.
Yeah. Somewhere like there. You know, like anywhere like that would do.
Just shove him up in the corner. Put him on the end rail. Make it so that it's not easy to do something to cue ball.
Well, and then if he gives it back, do you play the cross bank, or what do you do from there?
Yeah, I would definitely be playing the cross bank, because you got a chance to take the cue ball behind the 4 and up the rail and hit it at a speed where you leave the 2 on the end rail.
He's going to leave the cue ball down this end instead.
Yeah,
which is going to leave a lot of safety options.
No, I don't like this.
We'll see what he leaves them. In general, it would be better to go up table, because it's a reasonable shot to leave. Your opponent probably won't want it.
He's asking if the 4 goes in off the 6. No, it's aimed to the wrong side of the 6 for that.
Now, the only thing wrong with that is he left him off the rail, so now it's really easy to control the cue ball. I would definitely shoot at this 2 every single time. You got to hit this with a little bit of left English. What he's doing here, he's got a little on it, maybe not enough to clear the 4. Yep. And that was a problem. He needed better left English to get by the 4 ball.
Well, this is awkward.
This is awkward because
speed was good. He left the 2 on the rail, not over the pocket.
Yeah.
This is really tricky. It's hampered by the 4. You're trying to get the right enough hit on the 2 ball itself. This is really ugly.
Just going to tap it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a lot of options available to him, but Spectredawn can only really get control of the table here if he tries to kick that in, but I don't know whether he's even contemplating it. I think he's just trying to get away, but double kiss it and try and get away. He's never going to get away with those balls there. Now, how brave are you here to play this thin and try and come down in the gap?
It's going to go to the other side of it, which is not a bad play.
A little too hard, though, so he left the whole ball.
I left the whole ball. This is not an automatic bank. Might be better off just trying to play safe, try to put him on the 3 ball.
I think the bank's worth going for. I think you can Well,
Well, that's not the way to put him on the 3 ball.
Where's the cue ball
That's not
going?
safe.
You needed
And
to go
John Virgo right on time.
You needed to go 2 rails and take the 2 ball up table.
Well, whatever way you look at it, Steve, he's won another battle. They all count.
Well, this is Spectredawn that's won it, not Coldest Pillow.
Oh, tell a lie. I'm definitely heading for bed, folks, I tell you. Don't suppose you remember the game where came into your stream? Has Casino Jim ever been in my stream? I don't ever remember seeing him in a stream, Tam.
When I saw CJ, I thought you meant CJ Wiley. I was like, really? CJ was in?
CJ's all over the internet under his real name. CJ Wiley.
I don't remember that at all, Tam. Not at all. But it's not a good sign. And this is the thing. I mean, obviously people don't like leaving contact details or any sort of information online. A lot of folk are very wary about that sort of stuff. But I mean, when you've got somebody that's played the game for years and then suddenly they say they're going on a vacation. He said he was going on a vacation, going away with the wife somewhere, didn't he? And then now we haven't heard about him for about 2 weeks.
Let's hope the wife didn't shove him overboard.
What week? What tournament was it? Was it last year's or the year before's? I mean, honestly, I don't ever remember Jim being in one of my streams at all.
Well, this is what Spectredawn needed. Just settle himself down. He's got a game, got to run out.
He could really use some more of those breaks.
It's back to, having the keel pointed down. Yeah, well, breaking's going to be huge coming down the stretch in this match.
A couple of these little Cosmo runouts would put him right as rain here, I think.
I think Coldest Pillow, if he can get away with it, needs to hit the balls harder on the break. Because
3 balls gone. 1 ball's going to be
this is...
well, the 2 balls out the game unless he gets really cute here. He could try and run into the 5.
You run it at the 5 every time here. And if you get a little wide and hit the 2, you're still okay. The only thing you can't do is miss the 5. There's a side pocket and you're hooked and everything else. So
are we saying the 2 goes past the 8 here? Because I don't think it does.
That goes. You got a bus past that 8 ball.
Yeah, it should go by it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if he doesn't hit, he's got to hit the 5 and he's got to hit it on the 2 side. And if he hits the 2, it's not the end of the world.
No, he's not even going for it.
He's just going to miss the ball.
Well, he's decided I'm going to give this up to Coldest Pillow to have a go at it. That's what he's decided.
Even if he made it, if the cue ball was there. Yeah, well, this is what Coldest Pillow hasn't been good at.
Wow, they both missed that ball right in a row.
Well, and look at this.
Coldest missed it better.
Leaving him nothing. He's left him nothing.
This will be a soft kick. You just soft kick it to 1.
Normally in a match, you wouldn't see either of these guys miss a ball like that, much less see them both do it back to back.
Well, Coldest Pillow's probably thinking, I missed the last 2 of these. I'm not going to miss that 5 ball this time. Instead, he missed the 1.
Now, you see how difficult that was?
Well, it was a little tricky because you did have to spin it.
It was tight, yeah.
So let's see what he's going to do here.
He's going to play it thin, go for the 3 foul maybe.
He's got choices. He can shoot the bank on the 1 if he wants.
He's entertaining that. He's ducking and diving.
This is a smarter play.
That is the smart play.
Yeah, this is odds on a 3 fouler. He's unless Spectredawn decides he's going to smash things home.
He's only on 1, so you kind of got to make the decision here whether you're going to move some balls to make it easier to get to the 1. Like you could move the 8 ball here and maybe put it on top of some other ball.
If he doesn't move stuff, Coldest is going to do the exact same thing to him, and he's not going to make a good hit from here. So he's got to move him.
That's why you got to think about moving stuff in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah, but he's still got the 2 there to do the same shot, and I think that he will. and it's not going to be an
but
easy hit.
I think he should maybe think of another option here, because this is you know, he's got to be a lot more accurate here to get really good on this.
No, I don't. All he has to do is put it right where it was. There's no kick. Like look at that wall of balls preventing every possible angle from the other end of the table.
He'll have a one rail kick at this, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not a gimme with the 2-ball there.
Probably going to be at half a ball with the one.
And he's got to be
cozying up
careful he
with the
doesn't
2.
scratch as well. He's got to be careful he doesn't scratch, and he's fine.
See, he's
Yeah, that's the same
Well,
thing. Soft kick
yeah,
at the 1.
Well, he left nothing there.
the one railer is better now, but
Now, I wonder if we can get a better idea of the line this time.
Well, I mean, this is
Is it that
this
on
is
the
not a
kitchen
gimme
line?
kick.
Kitchen line, yeah. Perfect.
no, he got it.
Shot.
Well, the 5-ball.
He hit it.
That-
He hit it harder than would be optimal. I think he'll play the
Oh, that-
billiard here.
Well, he couldn't risk
he's got-
fouling it because that'd be a loss of game.
If you play the billiard with a little bit of speed, the cue ball should hit the 8. Not that guarantees you coming out with a shot.
Now, I'm thinking he's looking at trying to play the 1 off the 5, but I think everything's too tight.
Yeah, there's
You're
no
trying to
room for it to beat the
play
point.
safe here, which isn't a good option. I'd be playing the billiard every time here.
Well, what
You just
if
gotta
you play?
decide how you're going to hit it.
If you play the billiard hard enough, Steve, don't you make sure the cue ball comes out of there and the 1 ball goes over to the long rail right side and it's wide
Well,
open, as long as you get a shot from up table?
It's going to be.
He
It would
tried
have to
it.
be harder than that.
Well,
No, he was playing safe there.
You think he tried it as a
Yes.
two-way shot? Because he could have
No.
still cut that too.
No,
No,
I
it was
think
a-
he was
it
playing
was a
safe
one-way
the whole
shot.
way.
It was a one-way
No.
shot because the one
The-
couldn't possibly go.
The problem is this is too easy. Except
Well-
Spectredawn didn't even hit the ball. That was an easy kick.
Well, he's won another battle, and it's a 1-9 combo he's lining up.
Yeah.
Well, you better get this if you decide to play it, and he's got it. And it's 3 in front again.
Tactical
Soft
pull.
break, 1 in the side, and the 8 ball. Oh, hang on a minute. I think he can pot this.
I
I think he can tweak
Yes.
it. If he's brave, he can tweak it a wee bit and pinch a bit.
Yeah.
Try and
he can
squeeze
probably
it.
make this.
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing anything, though. But
Slow
I think he
speed
might
with
need
a little bit
to.
of left English.
No, the 9
he
had him.
He didn't.
He ain't going to go in
needed
hitting
to-
the 9 first.
He
Yeah.
needed to tweak that a bit, I think.
Yep. I think the 9 had him. I think he was
Well.
aiming to make it, but not aiming to miss the 9.
Oh, welcome to Interchange X. Couple of
Hey,
numpties
Interchange X.
mixing it up
And-
here, he says.
And that's one of the problems with not having a real strong moving game, because really good players wouldn't take the chance. They'd either know they weren't going to hit the 9 and make sure they didn't, or they'd, if they had any doubts, they push or play safe or do something, because what you don't want to do is what just happened, giving them ball in hand, and because you had control of the table, you've got them down, and this is how you let your opponent back in the match, doing something like
Now-
that.
I agree that cut was too thin, but should he not have just sort of did a little soft massey and try and squeeze it that way? You never
Well,
know.
I mean,
it was
that-
tough. It was a
that-
tough ask.
That was certainly a possibility to try to twist it a little.
I don't think that would have worked because the gap between the 8 and the 9 was so narrow. You can only curve the ball one direction at once.
The problem with twisting it like that was that it also brought the scratch into play in the corner, and he should have come up with something that was guaranteed not to sell out the table.
Well, now Spectredawn could do with a little threesome here or something like that happening. Try and get back in.
Bedhead
Well,
knows.
try and stay in
That's why it
touch.
didn't go.
So 10-8 Spectredawn breaking. I mean, this is there's plenty of time left.
2 in it.
Nobody's close. Balls down and
Shot in the one. Look at that. Partner
watch
Red
out,
C. Three
watch
balls
out,
coming in the
watch
way.
out.
And
Ooh, I don't think it goes.
oh no.
That's the quarter-inch of roll different between easy run out and
Uh-oh.
ball in hand for your
No ball,
opponent.
no ball to a
That's
rail.
tough.
But you know what? That was really a poor
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a
that was
strong safe
really a
either
poor
way.
safe anyways. And that's that's what
No.
we've seen Spectredawn do this a lot. That's the first time he's really done one of those moves this match. But you just got to wonder what he's thinking when he, because that's just not going to be effective.
Well, I'm just going to point the finger at Defty there, because if Defty's last comment, the previous comment, was directed at Spectredawn, then he's the one that jinxed him, because he's just typed. You can tell by the way he's queuing, he's running everything now.
And who just jinxed Coldest Pillow. The only good thing about that is
I blame Steve.
He didn't leave much. He'll go off the right side of this and try to put him on the 7 or maybe
That's a
the
good
4.
safe. That's a very good safe.
Yeah, this distance though, it's tough to get the edge.
Yeah, you can if you hit it a little thick, you can leave the 3 right in front of the corner pocket.
Yep.
Or if you hit it a little thin, you give up ball in hand.
Don't hit it at all. Leave a 3-9 combo.
So
if he fancies it.
The easiest way to
As
play
long as
that
they're not
shot
frozen.
then is to hit it with right English and curve the cue ball. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that's really the easiest way to catch an edge on a ball like that is to curve it.
I don't understand that statement.
Yeah,
One
I know
it's
not intuitive. I had a friend that was a pretty good player, and I told him that one night, and he goes, no. So he sets up the shot. He goes, show me, and I did it. He goes, show me, and I did it. And he goes, show me, and I did it. And then he started trying it, and after about 20 minutes, he was like, you're right. That's the way to shoot that shot. It's counterintuitive because you think, how can putting English and curving the ball make anything easier?
So wait, are you talking about aiming it thick and curving it to the thin side, or vice versa?
Yes, aiming it thick and curving it to the thin side.
And you think that's easy?
Yeah,
I gotta try it. I gotta go try it.
Yeah, just shoot it a lot. You'll find that it's actually much easier. It's surprising.
Well,
I can't explain to you why. I just know it is.
The question's now being asked of Spectredawn.
Well, Coldest Pillow finally got a Spectredawn break. That was one of the easiest ones of the match.
Well, this is yeah, but this doesn't look good. Is he going to get a break? Nope.
Well, it's a bit cluttered, but
it's a lot cluttered. This is going to be play safe on the 2, unless he could break this out.
He got him open.
He got him open, and he's still got a
real
lot of
tough
trouble
to get a
there
shot on the
because,
3.
Yeah, you're playing it off the 7 and trying to swing it around, and this is, he's going to hit this hard if he's going to try to get on the 3, and maybe juice it up with English. He thinks better of it. That's a smart play, very smart play, and a very good save.
He had nice cover this way.
That's what I don't understand. He plays that really nice safe there, and last time he played the worst safe you've ever seen. I don't get the way he thinks sometimes.
People are complicated, Steve.
I guess. Could be pressure. I mean, trust me, I've done plenty of dumb things when I've gotten nervous. Now, this is a tricky shot. I mean, this is I'd probably play safe here.
That would be a good piece of pool trivia interchange. Who was the best pool player ever to possess a doctorate degree?
Well, I know the best dentist that ever lived, pool playing dentist. I had a friend who was a real strong player who was a dentist. So does that count as a doctor?
Yes.
I suppose that's good if you ever get into a bar fight with pool cues so that you can get your teeth fixed.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Well, Spectredawn's got the hit, and I think he'll settle for that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play. Now, you should be able to get safe here. But he didn't.
Spectredawn's going for the pot this time.
Yeah, this is not a gimme thing. So you got to decide where you're going to run this ball. If you put outside English on it, you can miss the 7, perhaps run into the 9 or 5.
He's missed the 3, but it's gone safe.
It was a tall order.
This is thin on the right side of the 3 ball every day of the week to me. If you can get it nice and thin, that's the way I'd be going.
That shot scares the hell out of me.
I'd be brave to go for that.
That's not a bad attempt there.
Good touch.
That might not be too bad. Oh, well.
He left him an edge, but that wasn't a bad shot because that was a tough situation.
There he's in. He's in under his other alias and he's left. He's bailed out quick.
So how come Stubb doesn't have a lifetime ban from using the chat feature? That's what I'm wondering. Or alternatively, how come
I don't have lifetime mute right now.
Well, here's an idea that probably isn't the first time it's been suggested. How about rooms in tournament? How about tournament rooms don't allow spectator chat?
Yeah, well, somebody would probably complain about that too.
Well, Stubb would, but I don't see why you should be able to come in and yell at the players while they're having a match.
The only thing I know for sure is I'm going on vacation.
Fair enough.
See, because he got off the hook with the first time round, he's back in and doing it again. So I think he should be neutralised. Well, this is going to be.
I may find him again. I find him before for this. He got pretty unhappy about the last fine for leaving the match early. It was a pretty hefty fine.
He must be having to add funds to his account because he's not making much money out of these tournaments. He's not in them long enough.
His account's going down fast.
Well, I assume he had a pretty big stockpile of $V at some point.
He did. He's a fraction of what it was.
There you go, Steve. That's how easy it is to do it.
One line of code. And you can trust him because he's a doctor.
Well, you kind of get to thinking that Spectredawn needs a roll here. He needs to get on a roll to stay in touch. 1 ball on the side, something in the top left. 2 ball in play. 9 ball blocks it.
I think there's actually a mathematical proof that you can code anything in the world with one line of regex if you make it long enough.
Now, why didn't he even have a kick at that up and down? Mind you, he would never have been on the 3. I suppose that's the right move.
Does this bank go in virtual pool?
Yes, it does.
I don't think so. This is a little too tight. It's a little too close to the rail.
Yeah, without the rail compression. I'm not sure it goes.
I don't think it'll go.
I think the commentator's eye might be right here. I think it goes.
Could be.
He's not into it.
Yeah, we're not going to find out.
We're going to do the tippy tapping for 10 minutes here.
Well, no, you just go play safe.
Somebody gets brave.
I just take it up behind the 7 ball.
Yeah, put the 2 on the end rail.
Oh,
hit it too hard. The pocket though.
Hit it too hard.
Yeah.
He got way too much 2 ball there.
Yeah, well, the pass has to get on the 3.
He gets a point for the idea that was good, and he loses the game because it wasn't well executed. Watch out.
We're good.
No, he's good.
And he's got the angle.
Spectredawn runs the ball on pretty good lines.
Yeah, the 4 goes, but it's tight. If you play the combo, it's kind of easy to lose control of the 4 and not. Oh, well, that
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
what. He took a chance with the ball, and I don't think he came out very good.
I think
he can carry it in.
Talking about muting
Yeah,
and that type of thing.
And he's playing the carom.
I think the idea of having the mute option for players, if I right-click Stubbs' name, I could mute him. But the problem with that is that as soon as he's left the game and comes back in the next day or 10 minutes' time, I've got to mute him again. I think if you mute them personally yourself, they should be on your mute list where you don't have to listen to them at all, and you should never have to change it. That can't be that difficult to do.
No, that's not difficult at all. I just have to keep a mute list for everybody. That's easy. That won't take any time at all. It's another line of code.
Well, it is heading in the right direction. He's going to be within 2.
Yeah, my goal is to get released what I've already done, which I can't do now because I'm not going to be around.
Double figures.
Yeah.
Well, the race to the finish line is on.
All the brakes are big now.
Ball is gone. He's on the 1, I think. Oh, wait a minute. That bump has just killed it. That bump's just killed it.
So you have an edge? Not really. But this is a pretty easy kick safe. You got to hit it hard enough to make it, kind of go over towards the 2. He decides to push, which isn't a terrible idea, except for the fact that that's not a very good push.
Yeah, this roll up on the 7 is too inviting from here.
That's too heavy. That's too heavy.
Well, maybe Spec knows better than I do. The roll up on the 7 has not worked out.
Well, he knows that Coldest pillow ain't the great at moving, but he's probably going to shoot this. I mean, you can play safe off this, but there's nothing guaranteed. So he's probably going to shoot this, is my guess. You look at it for enough time and you just go, oh, shit, I might as well shoot it.
I'd be banking this and stunning behind the 6. Saying get out of that.
I mean, that takes a lot of control to actually get him behind the 6.
That's a tricky shot. I think he'll just decide to shoot it. Nope, he's not gonna. No. He's not gonna shoot it.
That's no good. That is absolutely horrible.
It's not good.
You gotta wonder if these guys ever practice playing safe. I mean,
no, that's the answer to that, Steve. Next question.
If I was a guy like Spectredawn, I'd just go get on offline and sit there and play safe all day until I figured out how to do it well.
I literally don't think he's ever
chance to ever practice safeties.
I literally don't think he has ever run the offline executable, Steve.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. There's no such word as safeties in his vocabulary.
Well, if he played a lot of real-life pool against good players, he must have lost a lot. Because you're not going to win a lot against good players doing what he's doing.
Well, Steve can answer that, Robbie, but snowball and hell's chance is the phrase that comes to my mind.
Yeah, I've already...
One ball on the side.
I've already got code that'll do that. But it's not integrated with it's not integrated with it now.
Bump the 5. So the one that's going to save Spectredawn's hide in this rack. We know where that is. 7 ball. Now, even if you could actually play for the billiard onto the 9. If you go inside the 7 ball towards the long rail on the right, you could play the billiard onto the 9. Do you want to really try and get good on the short side of that 7 ball, or do you play for the billiard onto the 9? I think looking at where he's sitting in the 6, the billiard onto the 9 looks a far better shot to me. He's trying to get below it, above it, I should say, and he's overcooked it.
Yeah, but this is perfect.
Well, this is nail him every day of the week here.
Yeah, he didn't really nail him, but
didn't get him tight.
It's still probably going to be good enough. The biggest problem with not nailing him is now you give a guy a chance to kick safe or shit it in. Or
he took away the easier kicks, though. He can't see the head rail for the kick. He can't see the side rail near the side pocket for the kick.
He's probably going to hit this hard. Take his
What's
chances.
Bedhead been drinking? Is it a bad day at work? Because he's saying, he's been mumping and moaning ever since he got in the stream. Now he's saying there's no pro players on here, though. I thought I would have classed Bedhead as a semi-pro.
It's not going to work out for him. It doesn't
on a
look
good
like.
day. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's
help yourself.
Well, actually, this is
hang on a
tricky
minute.
to make this.
Yeah, I think it's
hang on a
possible.
minute. No, he can cut this out and get enough of it. I think he can cut this. Just cut it out enough. Well, and then again, the more you look at it, the more you think it. I think it's catching the knuckle.
It might.
Yeah, it's caught the knuckle. There you go. Well, this is ugly as well, isn't it?
I think he can just nip it back a little bit.
He can come straight back with this.
Yeah. Well, he's got the chance to stay in touch.
Can he avoid the 9 here? He can, right?
Yeah, he's going to have to put English on it, or he can go on the short side of it. Either way. He's going to put a little left on it. English on it. Yeah, that's how I would have shot it too, because it was sitting just a little funny to go the other way.
Now, he's not had his break really working. He's not strung a threesome together or anything like that yet, or if he has, I've missed it. Now's about time it needs to happen. Well, he's got a ball. 1 ball is going safe, I think. Or is it? Yes, it is.
He can cut this in.
Do you think he's going to blast it?
Well,
he's going to stub this and hope he gets on the 2.
If this is me, I'd shoot this every time because there's no simple safe here. There's no great place to push out. I'd shoot this every time.
I think you can play a controlled path to for 4 rails to the 2 without having to just trust it to luck.
Yeah, I mean, you can
3, 4, and crash into the 2 and trust it to luck.
Bump the 9 and leave the cut. Is he on it?
Yep.
He certainly is. Well, he played it stub-wise, got a lucky roll and a bump.
He played the same path that I was thinking about, but quite a bit harder. Now he's leaving this combo. I would have tried for the 3 in the side there, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he had to like soft spin it a little to avoid the block.
He's played to leave a shot on the 6 in case the 2 of them went in like they did.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thinking in his feet.
Yep, definitely smart.
Now it gets interesting.
So it does, especially if Spectredawn can come up with the magic break stuff here. the finish line is in sight for either of these players at this point in terms of being able to finish the set without giving the other guy another shot.
One in the side. Two's gone as well, has it?
No, the two's
No, just
sitting
the
there
one.
in the corner pocket, but he doesn't have a shot.
He doesn't have the kick off the end rail either. So he's going to have to push out here. So see if he pushes out to the one pocket kick. Oh, that's terrible. That's not where he wanted to push out. He wanted to push out to the two rail kick.
He's left the
he wanted
path
to push
away
out where the 3 and the 5 were blocking it so that it was a two rail kick off the top of the one. And honestly, you'd only push out to that because Coldest Pillow probably doesn't know the shot. Because anybody that knows the shot's going to shoot it.
It needs to get legs. It needs to get legs. He's in trouble here.
It's no good. So
thin it and go around the 7.
I think he's going to hit this easy and put him on the 5.
Yeah, that's probably the better move.
Well, it was a more guaranteed move.
Well, not only that, but you could have left the 2 and 9 wired up doing my shot.
Look at
Nine
this.
ball.
Oh.
Almost got some 9 anyway.
Well, the 2 goes.
The 2 does go, and it's tight getting past the side pocket. That's the only problem with this. I think it will. God.
You think he'll just play this as just a plain pot and rub off that 4 and go at the rail past the pocket?
Oh, well, it goes in the corner pocket. Yeah, no, it won't hit the 4. He's going to shoot on the corner.
No, the cue ball. You think he's going to miss the 4?
Yes.
The cue ball.
Well, it depends on how he hits it. But
yeah, you're right enough.
Miss it.
Yeah. Oh,
if
good.
If you hit it really easy, you might have hit it.
This looks like a tie game.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good match going on here.
I mean, once he gets on the 4, it's just stop shots out. Well, okay. He doesn't have a stop shot, but once he gets on the 5, it's just stop shots the rest of the way out.
Don't forget, folks, the hot seat match tomorrow night at 7 p.m. British Summer Time. And that's 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. We've got Albinario against Acero. Acero with a chance to take another big scalp here. And when Albinario used to have that dreadlocked hair, he had a big scalp of hair to take. He doesn't have it now. We've got 26 people in the stream. How many of the 26 have hit the like button?
I hit it twice? No,
4.
it unlikes it if I hit it again. Come on, you guys, hit the like button. Well,
I mean, is this 3 in a row now for Spectre? It feels a bit like that.
We got to race the 2.
Yeah, squeaky bum time now. Well, welcome to Run Out Rob. Yeah, 1 p.m, whatever that is again, Central Standard Time. Where's Larry today? Larry's not been around.
Well, either that or he's real quiet. Well, he's got a ball down and he's got
Larry's
a shot.
He's probably watched it. He just hasn't said anything yet.
Well, you couldn't get much better than this. It's very natural path to get on the 3 ball. I mean, this is.
Oh, this is tough. This to start off though.
No, this is just make the ball run out. You don't have to do anything with the cue ball.
It's tough, but he never usually misses these.
I mean,
he hasn't.
You couldn't ask for a better setup than that, unless they're all sitting right in front of the pocket.
Now is he dead straight?
No.
He's fine.
He'll play this in the corner, I think. I'm not sure
which
pocket
just
he's
hold it
playing
there.
for.
Yeah, I don't believe cutting it in the side's the best idea, but straight into the corner and hold it for the 5 looks easy enough to me.
That's right. That's the play.
Well,
So
now
this
he's
is huge getting on the hill for us.
on the hill.
I mean, this is huge. He'll do the smart thing here and just dink it.
Yeah, he's got
just take the
nothing but
shot
open
where you
space.
move the cue ball to the end rail. A lot of people try to like, oh, I can't, no.
I've just
take
thought
this
up of another
simple shot.
phrase. No thinking, just dinking. There you go. You can have that one for free.
Oh, you're a wordsmith.
The Bard of Glasgow here.
Don't say Glasgow, for goodness sake. I'm trying to train Steve to speak proper bloody English. It's Glasgow, it's not Gow. Just because it looks like Gow as in cow, it's Glasgow. Say Glasgow.
Glasgow.
No, it's not Glasgow, as it isn't Edinburgh. We need to get you Americans out of these stupid
You just told me.
habits you've got.
You just told me it was Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow, but not Glasgow. Now, Hairpipe's doing it to annoy me, and he's heading the right direction.
This break is kind of the whole match right here.
Here we go.
He's got a ball down. And
one ball's in play. Everything's wide open. Game over. Where is he? Let me see if we can find him. Hang on a minute.
Hasta la vista.
Barring
baby.
some kind of a
There you
furball, this match should be over.
Yeah, this is a choker.
This is the hardest shot right here. Is just getting position on the two. He's got to decide whether he's going to wham this or go forward or.
Well, you just overhit it by a mile and cut it into the side.
He's going
8 balls going
forward.
to fly in off the top rope and muck things up.
He's
came good at the right time, Spectredawn.
Yeah. Good path, good speed.
I mean, that's what he had to do. He had to get good at the right time, and he's done that.
This is a little funny too. He's just going to draw back.
Draw back a little.
And it's going to be Sayonara.
I would have slow rolled this one forward. He's coming back. Got perfect.
Well, Spectredawn's break got right at the right time, just when he needed it. It didn't let him down, and that's
it was
the be all and end all.
I mean, Spectredawn certainly didn't play as well as he did against Cobra, but he still played good. Coldest Pillow played a good match.
The good start for Spectredawn, and then Coldest Pillow got control for a while, and then it's been pretty much a big chunk of Spectredawn for that last half of the match. So he wins out 15 racks to 13. Let's have a look at the what the hell is that? Oh, that's the nine-balled Scottish doubles that didn't go ahead. That's what I'm looking for. Let's look at the stats. Coldest Pillow. And remove that and Spectredawn. And remove that. Hit that. And go. Break stats. Look at Spectredawn's break. He was 1.3. He was averaging 1.3 runouts from the break 6. There's a difference there.
I mean, look at the break percentage.
Look at the break percentage, yeah.
That's
excellent.
What I'm surprised with 85%, there was not more runouts from the break, but a lot of that has to do with the way the balls are being racked. You're not always going to get a shot on a low ball.
Yeah, the rack's high run. I mean, he got his break working at the end there. The high run was only 2 for the match, and 100% on 9 balls.
I think he did that down the stretch.
Yeah. Right, so that now means that on this one-loss side, we have Spectredawn matched up against MC_Clarky, who are going to battle it out to see who plays the loser of tomorrow night's match between Albinario and Acero. So they're all good matches now. There's no.
Yeah, that should be.
I mean, everybody's got a chance of winning. Let's be honest. Everybody's got a chance of winning if they want it. Coldest Pillow's chance is gone, but he's done very well for his first major tournament he's been in. How much did he get there? He's in the money. He got more than his entry fee back, $615 V. So the one match left on the schedule is that one I've mentioned, tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, depending where you are, 7 p.m. Albinario against Acero. Acero, who's on a pretty good streak at the moment. And if he can keep that up, he can give Albinario a game. Looking forward to it very much. So I hope you can join us tomorrow. And stuff's been kicked. He's gone 24 hours. Right. Well, unless we need to discuss anything else, I'm off for a coffee.
Nope. I'm planning on being here tomorrow. I think it's going to be another great match. Lots of guys have a chance. It's like, I tell you what, Albinario's looking at this going, hey, this is not going to be so easy as it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the worst thing for Acero is that, if he beats Albi tomorrow, Albi's still in it. That's the bad news for everybody. It'd be great just to have Albinario and Cobra out the tournament down at the wire, wouldn't it? Not that I'm trying to jinx Albinario. I'm just putting it as an analogy.
You got to figure that there's going to be a lot of players rooting for Acero tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it's a good one. I just want to see a good match. I want to see no numptiness and good quality. And good luck to both of them. Right. Thank you to Steve. Thanks to Hairpig. Thanks for everybody's contribution. I hope you did hit the like button, because I'm going to be checking and counting, and I'm going to be asking questions. So I will next time I see you. Right. Take care. We'll see you again soon, folks.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.